Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. I attended a virtual crop back in January, and so this is one of the challenges for the day, to use this particular sketch that I'm going to show you in 1 second and share it obviously with the group. So I'm going to be using the Jen Hatfield Heart of Home collection. It's my first time using the collection. It's lots of papers, and I have to make a decision and cut into them. So here is, you'll see it's just lots of strips. Um, and this has 4 photos. I end up using only 3. Um, but yeah, let me show you here. Um, they're one-sided in the paper pad. I bought it quite a while ago, and it's just been sitting hoarded in my stash. I've brought in 2 pieces of white basil cardstock from my stash, and here I'm just showing you it's the white, and behind it I'm just showing you the different papers. I'm going to just use obviously strips of all of these. um, these are the ones that just jumped out at me that I really liked together. Um, so you'll see this is my selection. Not going to be using all of these papers in their entirety. So that's it. Those are the papers. And I already have my photos in mind here. I'm just showing you the sticker sheets. They're not all labeled by the collection, so that kind of was a little bit annoying. I'm not sure if this is from the same collection or not, as well as these stickers, label stickers. This is the 6x6 paper pad. I have it, but I don't end up using it this time. And here are some die cuts. I cut off the branding, so I don't even know if it's the same collection. I also know I have the washi tapes at my disposal. Here I've gone ahead and just there's no if you're familiar with page maps, there's no cutting instructions. So you just have to kind of just go with it. And so that's what I've done. I've just cut them at different sizes. I know for sure that the left-hand side is not going to go all the way over to the left-hand side of the page. There's that strip of paper. I'm staying pretty true to the sketch. So I've just kind of cut things, and I'm laying them out just to kind of take a look and see if it's pleasing to my eye. It actually does not end up staying this way, believe it or not. I'm going to switch out that striped paper with the green. So the striped paper will go on top of that wood grain, and the green will go at the top and the bottom of the page. And I really like how that was a good decision to make. This, I'm just showing you, these are just some old die cuts that I've either had them in previous collections, or papers or something related to Jen Hatfield. They all go into the same iris container, so they're all together. I only keep them together if I know for sure that I still am working with a collection, or if it's relatively new. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna map my photos in just a second, and then I'm gonna go through and pull out some stickers from the sticker sheet, and some die cuts. Here's kind of my final selection. You'll see here that I've gone ahead and scallop punched the green piece of paper. I've cut it then in half, tucked it in at the top and the bottom of the layout, and have taken that striped paper and also scallop punched that. You can't see it here, but I do go ahead and ink the edges of the papers in Tim Holtz Distress Ink of Vintage Photo. So you'll see some of that in the close-ups. I'm just looking through to see what else I can bring in here. One of the things that I am learning with my supplies is that I can definitely layer upon layer stickers on top of die cuts. I wasn't always like, sometimes I'm like way too literal, and I'm like, only use stickers, one sticker. I don't necessarily I overlap them, but not like to put them on top of each other. So you'll see in that right clusters, when I go to the close-ups, you'll see some of the layering that I've done there, just with that right above the journaling card. That is that journaling stripe paper. I think it's striped, yeah, or ledger paper is actually from my stash. And I use the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. So I've used my scallop punch on here. I've used some enamel dots, obviously the cardstock background, um, and I think, did I mention enamel dots? I do bring in some enamel dots here. You'll see them in the close-ups. Um, Super easy layout. The hardest decision was to what papers to cut into, but you know what? I did it. um, and so now it no longer sits unused on my shelf. It is being used, and I just love it's a birthday layout, and I just love the softness of the layout at the same time. Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoy this layout and come back and join me again next time. Bye.